we're going to stick to a lower register of voice this time, because we have a bit of a, let's call it a mild discomfort. Only mild, nothing to be too bothered by, but stuff lodged in the throat. It happens. So, I've not gone properly back into Vysus voice, no. Well, would you rather I be all the way down here? But if I sound differently today, that'll be why. Anyway, we tried this yesterday. We were too tired. I'm doing the same thing again. Same friend. Say hi, friend.
Hello.
And we're doing exactly the same thing, same password and everything. So, we want to go to World Fight. I want to select our deck for the session. Password fight. We'll just momentarily hide that. It is the same code as yesterday, my friend.
Already waiting for you.
You already realized. You sus. Wow. I'm ready when you are.
See, no, I don't like the achievement that you've got as yours.
What?
Weathered veteran.
Well, it's the most applicably true.
I'm in town for your company, it isn't.
What?
Because your start was BTO 8, right?
And as far
so compared to me, you are still just a boy.
Go ahead, talk about Genshin. Just because I feel like I need to take a break from the game doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about it. I still love the lore and the characters, but I'm just burnt out of the repetition in the gameplay. There is no glitch in the top right. That is something I have intentionally done. Heck, I could, if it would make a bit more sense, move it up there instead. So it's not directly under the opponent's bar. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yoshi.
As for hand, I'm gonna send free back.
Stand up, the Vanguard. Boku no turn. Draw.
Discarding Madoka to ride into Grade 1 Shojodoji. When Grade 1 is ridden, top 5 cards of a deck. I reveal 2 stealths from among them. The first, the first of 2 goes to the soul. The second then goes to bind. I may be going first, but I'm still calling Forktail. Forktail's ability. Forktail is going to send Stealth Dragon Shojodoji to the soul, who will then, because he was sent to the soul from either rearguard or deck, with his own ability, bind and soul charge. Unfortunately, we soul charge a heal trigger, but hey. That ends the turn. I'm definitely more alive. I couldn't talk through my plays yesterday at all. Well, of those rocks, Eula, Ito, Garnu are all 5 stars and only available at limited times. Layla and Rosaria are 4 stars and available at all times if you can pull them.
Vanguard にアタックだ。
Just keep swinging.
Let's move the chat up towards there. It's a bit more visible at all times. I'm going to guard this attack.
Guard. Check the drive trigger.
I'll trigger. No.
Yeah, no.
One day I'll call it.
We already had our game of each player getting over trigger on turn 1 and ended up being one of the craziest games of Standard I've ever had. Unfortunately, it's also one of those rare instances where you'll be lucky to ever get it twice. You know the sort, you know exactly what I mean. Which is why it's a bit shame I wasn't recording at the time. Oh, okay, this is we've got a good top deck from this one. So, Grade 2 Shojodoji. Similar to Grade 1, right? Top 5 cards of the deck. However, the first goes to the soul and the second is called. That triggers the ability of Shojodoji, who again just went to the soul. Bind and soul charge.
Bind.
As for your characters, Rox, I can definitely see you being an Ito player. But limited time banners. You know, gacha game things.
Damage check. Draw trigger.
Well, that's slightly annoying, but no biggie.
Vanguard にアタック。 Guard. Turn end. My turn. Draw.
Ito does indeed look like he wouldn't be too far out of place in Spike Brothers.
Light. Order 発動。 Sperial Core. Power plus.
Oh, now that's interesting.
Skill 発動だ。
You have 0 cards and soul, so that's an automatic soul charge too. Unfortunately, you lost your blitz order.
I don't think it's going to be too relevant in this game, so it's fine.
Core. Skill 発動。Sperial Core.
$20K column should we be so inclined.
Rear guard にアタックだ。
Not at all what I expected you to do, but that's okay. We'll take.
ヴァンガードにアタック。ノーガード。チェックザドライブトリガー。ダメージチェック。クリティカルトリガー。クリティカルプラス。
First damage taken is a critical. That's not too bad.
ヴァンガードにアタック。スキル発動。パワープラス。ノーガード。
We'll take.
ダメージチェック。ターンエンド。スタンド&ドロー。
I'm going to go for a potentially terrible idea here by discarding heal in order to ride.
You have to throw away good cards.
Call. Oh, not call, rather bind. That'll be our choice.
Bind. Bind.
Superior calling. Grade 2 Shojodoji.
Superior call. Call.
Call Kumon.
Skill発動。
Counter blast 1.
Superior call. Skill 発動。
Battle phase.
リアガードにアタック。
Attack rear guard.
ノーガードだ。ヴァンガードにアタック。
Vanguard attacks. We're going to immediately throw away the
スキル
Kumon.
発動。
I didn't think this through. That should have been a booster to my rear guard, but hey,
スペリオルコール。
that'll get us
スキル発
a
動。
second Unprecedented, and that is another draw. That is another dig of the deck.
ノーガードだ。ドライブチェック。
Damage over to the time.
クリティカルトリガー。
Oh dear.
クリティカルプラス。パワープラス。
Well,
That's problematic.
this
Drive
could
check.
very clearly, well, this could very easily be painful.
ダメージチェック。ダメージチェック。
Your build is very interesting, I must say.
ヴァンガードにアタック。
I honestly don't even remember most of it.
Well, that's problematic. You built it.
ノーガード
I
だ。
built it a very long time ago,
ダメージチェック。
and it was one of those where it was a proto build to modify after game experience,
ヴァンガー
and
ド
it
にア
never
タッ
got
ク。
modified.
Well, I guess this is its test run, and then
No
you
God.
work out what to change from there.
ダメージチェック。
Ooh,
ターンエン
it's
ド。
all terrible.
スキル発動。スタンド&ドロー。
You may have your card back.
ライト。
We'll immediately use it. Let's see.
Oh yeah, you have
スキル
no
発動。
fan tokens. How it's played out.
I mean, I had no plant
スペリオル
tokens.
コール。
Oh, that's true.
コールスキル発動
Nihility Max, is that
パワープラス
still... Are you still talking about Fate there, or is that Star Rail?
コール
Do I have my stat filter on? No? No, I'm just in neutral right now.
スペリオルコール
Neutral just looks a bit on the sad side.
スキル発動パワープラスリアガードにアタック
Yeah, we'll keep the chat where it is. I see what you're doing, and I don't approve.
ガードリアガードにアタック
When you commit to stop it.
ガードチェックザドライブトリガーチェックザドライブトリガー
Well, let's see how
Finish
much.
on my soul one.
Let's see how much you're willing to commit to get rid of him.
パワープラスリアガードにアタックだ
Interesting. Are you willing to use your
ガード
biggest attack to take the shot?
リアガード
I
に
mean,
ア
I
タッ
felt
ク
like at this point I must. Gotta commit to it.
スキル発動だパワープラス
Very well. When your efforts are finally
God.
rewarded.
ターンエンドスタンドアンドドロー
Now allow me to show you what I was actually holding on to.
ペルソナライトコール
Tell how far we could be to the big girls.
バインドバインド
No intercept for you.
Also, no token retire to gain shield.
Now, let's check something here. Same time, huh? I have a weird play that is ever so slightly awkward. But potentially very rewarding. And frankly, I feel I'm low enough on damage that I can afford to do
コール
this.
ヴァンガードにアタック
Oh, you have made a huge mistake.
We shall see.
スキル発動だ完全ガードだドライブチェッククリティカルトリガー クリティカルプラスパ
Oh,
ワー
there's
プラス
one.
ドライブチェックスキル発動パワープラスヴァンガードにアタック
This isn't quite initially how I had envisioned it, but the numbers are going to be the same.
スキル発動完全ガードスキル発動パワープラス
And at this point, given this won't be
Rear guard on the
lethal,
attack.
we will just swing that rear.
ノーガードだターンエン
We get the grade 2 back.
ドマイターンドロー
That was a very greedy play on my part.
今こそ真の力を
It
表
was.
せペルソナライド
Now the
And
question
if
becomes,
things work out according to probability, it has potentially cost you everything.
I don't think
If
it will.
things
スキ
play
ル発動だ
out to probability.
I don't know what probability you're accounting for, but I see things slightly differently.
スペリオルコール
That's only because you can't see what's in my hand compared to what's in my deck.
コール
I know 2 triggers are gone in damage zone. And that's literally it. I don't see any criticals amongst those. Those are both draw triggers, so
There you're getting it.
you could very easily have 8 criticals still in the deck, but if you do, you do. I'm not completely unprepared for it.
Hmm. Let's see.
Skill 発動だ
Yeah.
パワープラス
I did expect you to take all 3 out. Oh. Going straight to battle phase without boosting that token. No kind of additional support whatsoever.
リアガードにアタックだノーガード
Interesting, I will say.
Really would have liked one more soul for all of this, but oh well.
ヴァンガードにアタックガード
To the
チェ
pass,
ック
give
ザ
it a
ドライ
go.
ブトリガーゲットクリティカルトリガー
Hmm. Read or just play it by the laws of probability. I'm feeling read is the way to go here.
パワープラス
Because if I don't break through, I can just damage deny you and shoot you out anyway. Which is the option I'm going to have to take.
リアガードにアタックだノーガード
Well then.
ターンエンドスタンドアンドドロー
I see how it is.
ペルソナライト
I'm still gonna persona that way.
That's fine. What is
キル発動スペリオルコールスキル発動
Call out our two dojis.
スペリオルコールコールだスキル発動
Soul Blast.
バインドバインドヴァンガードにアタックノーガードだドライブチェックフロントトリガーパワープラスドライブチェック
Yeah, you have quite a
Damage check.
formidable defense. And that is not what I was expecting there. Ooh,
ヴァンガードにアタック
problem foot.
Now, the question is, well, no, with the size of the hand, it doesn't matter if I attacked higher power first. You would not be under the penalty of a perfect guard.
ガード
Interestingly, how that counter heal is frankly mostly useless because a lot of the multi-attack at this point in the format is based on changing positions of cards or just replacing the card outright.
But again, very old deck.
ガードターン
It is in no small part why,
マイターン
at least for
Doro.
me, I don't bother with any counter heals because I find them too
今
conditional
こ
on
そ真
the
の力を表せ
profitable aspects of
Persona
their
Raido.
abilities.
Deck, you are not being nice to me. But that is okay. Hmm. What way do I want to do this?
Skill 発動スペリオルコールスキル発動だスペリオルコール
So I have 10 triggers at this point,
スキル発動
as in 10 triggers C.
パワープラス
Opponent doesn't know that. Our total guard is
コール
30, 50, 60, 65. And there's 4 damage to deal for game.
コール
I think we're still pretty safe. Even for the Persona ride.
ヴァンガードにアタック
It didn't work for you the first time. But are you willing to try gambling it twice?
ガードチェックザドライブトリガー
I don't have to.
You don't even have to.
Check
You
the
know
drive
the
trigger.
outcome.
My deck has been really stingy. And that has basically killed me. Hmm. annoying, but
リアガードにアタック。ノーガード。
Now, do you press for damage or do you keep me on 0 counterblast? Bear in mind, Dragon Empire has no counter charge. It's also worth noting that you are running out of deck.
スキル発動だ。パワープラス。
so what what do these do? That
Every counterblast that you give me is +1 additional attack. That's all counterblast in this deck does. It's +1 attack.
ターンエンド。僕のターン。ドロー。
So that is your choice.
based on my hand, it's not actually much of a choice.
コール。
And thankfully you can't persona it, or that would have been hell on earth.
I'll keep Shojodoji back here, because I can see you easily being able to guard it, even if it does get triggers, and I would rather keep it available for field reversing. So we're just going to go with a Vanguard attack only at 23. That was very much anticipated. I also think that's your last sentinel. Yep, all your sentinels are gone. We already know that's not doing anything. But it is more shield in my hand.
My turn. Doro.
Are you also out of persona rides? 1, 2.
That is the order that makes this deck work once. That's not nice.
You do potentially still have a persona ride.
Not in my hand. This would be quite a gamble. And if I do that, I can't be.
11 triggers are out of our deck, leaving only 5 in a deck of 13 cards. Less than 50% chance of triggers at this point. But, so my defense is about to really tank and run
Yes,
out.
I think that's the option.
I acknowledge the order card.
It's a very big bad gamble.
4 damages to be dealt for game. My defense is about to run out because I'm about to run out of triggers. I have 1 additional shot at Persona Ride because I have Chalice in this deck. I have 1 additional shot at Persona Ride. I can survive this turn. I can field my Shakugan to give me a side attack, then Vanguard, then side again. If I have 2 counterblasts, which I should have 2 counterblasts, I can actually go for 2 side attacks, totaling 4 attacks into the next turn rather than just 3. And we only have to deal 1 damage, so we should have game here. Now I need to unmute on the call so that the opponent can hear me. 19.
Mhm.
I will guard with the heal trigger that you have seen.
ガード ヴァンガードにアタックだ
I'm gonna do something that's very awkward for you right now.
Make it a 2 to pass.
I don't need to make it a 2 to pass for this to actually be awkward.
Oh, make it a 1 to pass so then if I don't give it to the dragon token. Yeah, I see.
Exactly. I'm forcing you to choose between getting a break or getting 4 attacks. It is a viable option on the table.
Potentially.
However, it can also backfire into taking on too much damage in the long run.
ノーガード
I have
Check
a
the
cushion of
drive
4 damage. Well, 3 damage. So this
チェ
can
ック
come
ザドライ
through.
ブトリガーゲット
I can
Critical
guard
trigger.
the dragon with 1 trigger on it regardless. So
クリティカルプラス
that's not a problem for me.
パワープラス ダ
And
メ
I
ージチェッ
finally say the order when it is far too late.
クダメージチェック
Well, that's
Oh,
not true.
okay.
You saw it earlier as well.
Yeah, but I had to use it for cost.
ヴァンガードにアタック
God.
ガード ヴァンガードにアタックスキル発動パワープラスノーガード
Does land.
ダメージチェックフロントトリガーパワープラスターンエンドスタンド&ドロー
4 triggers left in deck. Over trigger is amongst them. Right then. Call.
コール
Call. I only have to do 1 damage.
ヴァンガードにアタッ
We're
ク
going to go with Unprecedented as our first attack.
Skill 発動パワープラス
I expected that.
ノーガードだ
Truth be told, I was thinking about no guarding and just relying on the damage trigger, because I'm pretty sure that's what it comes down to regardless.
Shakugan attacks next.
This seems far more
Unboosted.
entertaining.
パワープラスノーガードだヴァンガードにアタック
Shojodoji attacks. Counter Blast.
スキル発動
Both of my front row to the soul.
スペリオルコー
Call.
パワープラス
And the promo comes into play.
スペリオルコール キル発動パワープラスインターセプトドライブチェックドライブチェック
Oh dear.
ヴァンガードにアタック ガード
Do we actually lose? Does that double crit call from early in the game now actually come
ヴ
back
ァン
and
ガード
bite
にア
us?
タック
I did it, but you definitely don't kill this thing.
ガードターンエンドマイターンドロー
Hmm. I use that one, and that one would be useless. And no soul. So, first thing we have to do
コール
is fold this, play this. Mm.
セットオーダースキル発動
And you absolutely win here.
Oh, your thing failed. Hard whiff.
No, I can only swing with one attack and you have a sentinel.
Yes, and I would be stupid to not use it.
ブリッツオーダー
I've not seen you over trigger. I'm not chancing it.
完全ガード
Yeah,
チ
you're
ェ
right.
ック
It's
ザ
in here.
ドライブトリガー
Which is funny, every card in my
Check
deck is
the
either an
drive
order or a trigger. And somehow, I hit the only two orders.
ターンエンド僕のターンだねドロー
So
Well,
now we're an interesting
楽しか
turn.
ったよ
this time
ファイナ
it
ルターン
is.
I don't think so.
Oh, I do.
コール
I think I'm going to live. And you're not going to like it.
We'll see about that then, shall we?
It is all up to the thing known as triggers.
スキル発動
I'm going to hit one. The question is, am I going to hit the right one?
Funny enough, I think we're both betting on the same thing.
ヴァンガードにアタック
Well, since my hand is 4 order cards, there's no point in
ノー
delaying
ガード
this. Let's find it.
ダメージチェックゲットヒールトリガー
That's
Not
not,
the
the
right
one
one.
you meant.
It's not. But it means my chance from hitting it went from a 1 in 5 to a 1 in 4 now. So it's given me a second chance to
ヴ
hit
ァン
it.
ガードにアタック
Well, frankly, at this point,
スキル発動
what we call off the top of the deck, well, what we call from a bind zone is really going to
ステリオ
prove
ルコー
very
ルパ
irrelevant.
ワープラス
Yep. This is the only attack that matters.
スキル発動バインド
Now here we go.
Oh, I'm not rolling it because if I roll it,
ノーガードドライブチェックドライブチェックオーバートリガー
Oh.
there it is.
パワープラスダメージチェックゲット オーバートリ
And
ガー
there it is.
パワープラス
There, your
Vanguard
Vanguard
attack.
can swing.
My rear
And
guard
I would
can.
be dead. True. But thanks to that damage heal and the card I just drew,
ガード
Oh no!
it's not enough.
Well,
Vanguard
I choose to go
attack.
out on my terms.
Well, I couldn't kill you anyway, so there was the only chance of me not paying attention and decking myself hit.
ノーガードドライブチェックやるじゃないか
That was a good fight with it coming down to the overtriggers at the very end.
Yeah.
Not even mad. Because we can both trace back the exact point in the game at which I made the unnecessary decision that actually led to... Well, it certainly contributed to that situation.
Oh, yes, indefinitely.
Oh, don't worry, Rox. I already used the switch function to clip it. Now,
You know what that game is an next example of, though, don't you?
what?
That Spike Nubatama game from a long time ago,
Oh, when
where you were confident
when
you
one-
had it.
when
I
once
knew there
again-
was only one way out of it, and that one way out of it appeared for me, just
Yeah.
purely based on the confidence that I
when
said it would
once
happen.
again I committed to something that I was sure would be the winning decision in the moment, and it actually came back to ultimately be the very decision that, having been made 3 turns ago, lost me the game.
Yeah, and it was exactly down to the wire. It required me seeing the exact same things in damage.
Well, no, because I was V-format.
No, as in that game, I had to see an exact specific card into the damage zone, which was a draw trigger in that case, and in this case it was the over trigger. I'm not saying I had to see the same card across both formats. I'm saying both situations where I needed to see one specific card hit the damage zone.
僕とファイトするのかい
Going to let the
全
game
力で
load and be right back. Right, we're back. Needed fluids. Rock, paper, scissors, rock, paper, scissors, rock, paper, scissors, rock, paper, scissors, random roll, and it goes on. Paper. Paper wins. Guess you went rock. One card returns to the deck. We keep the
バンガー
rest.
ド僕のターンドロー
This isn't a very game deck to play, so here's hoping.
Oh, Phantom Blaster Dragon this time. Who also got a promo in the new set because the promos are included.
Yep, set 8, very good for promos for decks.
Apparently so. Are you sure you're not going to get the DLC?
I mean, if I end up playing you more regularly for things like this, then I probably will. but other than playing you, I have not used this in so long it is not worth me spending any additional money on it.
Okay, so if I want you to get DLC, I'm funding it. Got it.
Well, no, I'll pay for it myself, but you are giving me purpose in which to use it.
Yes, but if the only time you use it is when you're fighting me, technically, doesn't that count as work? And in which case, I'm supposed to be compensating you for doing work for me by being the opponent.
I mean, it can do.
You weren't supposed to agree to that.
That's why you shouldn't have brought it up when I originally denied it. I gave you the ape, and you just dug yourself further into it.
Shut up! Unprecedented to the soul, folktale to the bind. Oh, this is actually awkward. Because I know what's going to happen. Okay, well...
I did it, but I don't remember. Okay, what do we get rid of in this situation? I'll get rid of this for now. Everything else seems useful.
I have just seen your reply in the Discord, Rox. So that comment about nihility was indeed relating to Star Rail and nothing to do with Grand Order. Your progress is fine. I'm sure the grind has been arduous and painful.
Vanguard ni attack.
You're going for a light rush.
Might as well.
That is the advantage that going second does have. It can just go for the tempo. Because the thing is, the player going first has the advantage on cards. So, in order to beat the card economy, you're just going to have to play faster. Which, having attacks first? Hey, you have
Oh, that was a very nice draw.
You
And it
have the
wasn't a
opportunity
split,
to
so
do
it
so.
increases my odds on triggering this.
Well, A, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that, and B, it's still going to be one to pass.
Still didn't hit it though. Oh well. What does this do? That's very good.
Right, let's see what kind of field we can get. Oh, okay, that's nice. That is actually nice. So, top 5 from grade 2 Doji reveals 2 stealths successfully. I'm going to put the Unprecedented into the soul. I'm going to put Oshikuni to rearguard. I'm going to call. For the ability of Smoothie, who I've just called, I'm going to put Unprecedented number 3 to the soul. Ability of Forktail on call. I'm going to put Shakugan into the soul. And now we go for your face.
That's 2.
That is 2
Oh, that
heals
one
down
goes up.
indeed. That is indeed 2 heals down.
Damage check. Vanguard ni attack.
Now, here's a 15k guard.
ノーガードだダメージチェック
And here would be a 20k guard.
ヴァンガードにアタックスキル発動パワープラス
Somehow I don't think you're guarding this. I think you're just gonna use those cards for a counter rush instead.
ノーガードだ
they're not ideal for either.
ダメージチェックゲットクリティカルトリ
That
ガ
would
ー
have helped.
クリティカル
I'm
Well, it's
sure
fine.
you would have rather had better than
Power
earlier
plus.
damage.
Yep.
ターンエン
But
ド
it's okay.
スタンド
We
アンド
game
ド
it.
ロー
I hope. Fuck you.
スキル発動だ
I need to confirm that.
スペリオルコールスキル発動だ
Either. Down.
コール
Oh.
スキル発動
Emily. Whilst distinctly intended for a Majesty Lord build, well, I think, she certainly works well in both.
You would think that.
You got a whiff.
Well, indeed.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Is not in there.
I assume you
Vanguard
run
にアタック
Drilling
だ
Angel. I've not seen one, but
Skill
it
発動
would make sense that you would.
パワープラス
We'll make this a 2 to pass.
チェックザドライブトリガー
Where's your
I did
Phantom
what I
チェ
Blaster?
ックザドライブトリガーゲット
I
ヒール
also
トリガ
wanted
ー
to say that. So, you know what? We will take that as a win.
パワープラス
Understandable.
ヴァンガードにアタック
Now I am surprised you did that.
ノーガード
You don't need to damage deny you at this point.
フロントトリガーパワープラスターンエンド僕のターンドロー
Well, your confidence is inspiring.
ライトだ
Every other time I did it, it was because I was in a far worse situation. Had the heal not happened, then maybe I would have felt the threat to do it. But I don't want to fall too far behind in damage in such a situation.
バインド
I get nothing from binding either of those.
スキル発動スペリオルコールリアガードにアタック
Attack your rear guard first.
Oh no, you don't want it to become a
No,
big
God.
beater. That's a shame.
it's a bit more nuanced than that.
Vanguard にアタックだ ノーガードだ
We have made sure to hydrate. We did go and get fluids for a reason, my friend.
パワープラス Vanguard にアタック
Okay, so triggered a hit.
And you know what? I'm gonna take that gamble.
スキル発動
As potentially foolish as that might be.
Oh well, we shall see soon enough, shan't we?
I mean, you've seen 3 triggers in damage already. So,
ノーガードドライブチェック
and probability.
ドライブチェッククリティカルトリガー
Damn.
Probability did not work out in your favor on this occasion.
It did not.
Ooh.
クリティカルプラスパワープラス
Just makes sense.
ダメージチェックゲットクリティカルトリガー
Didn't matter. That's what I was trying to reduce the probability of happening.
パワープラス
We both played probability and we both got it wrong.
Apparently so. So this will only be a 5k card after all.
ガードだ
I wish I had a 5k guard to give it.
ターンエン
But a 10k will
ド
do.
スキル発動スタンドアンドドロー
Ooh. I really might regret this.
Cool.
You dropped the perfect guard to ride. That is
スキル発動だ
potentially... That is potentially cataclysmic.
Potentially.
Wait, that put a Phantom Blaster Dragon into your soul? Oh, of course, her own ability. Oh! You don't really need Drilling Angel because of the main.
スキル発動だ
I see.
Wow, that's interesting. No, I don't want to do that. Do want to do that. And according to this, that makes both games okay. Problem with that is it's still not. Still bonuses me more than I would like. So, I need to keep that in there. I guess this is the way we do it.
You're going through a lot of thinking over there.
Yeah, the lineup's not as ideal as I would have wanted it to be, but oh well.
リアガードにアタックだ
That is highly understandable. I'm going to have to deny.
ガード
I
ヴァンガードにアタックだ。スキル発動だ。
If you really want it gone,
パワープラス。
your Blaster Dark is gonna have to do the work.
スキル発動。
That is did one less attack, but it would be. Yeah, that's a really bad formation. Gain an extra 10.
I am very surprised you didn't retire the main instead.
I have to retire 2. The grade 1 counts as 2. But to call it, I would either give up my big attacker on the left, or I'd have to retire both anyway.
Why both? Oh, you mean the main?
Yeah. Now what we're gonna do?
パワープラス。パワープラス。
Interesting.
I disagree with this maneuver. But okay.
Yeah, this is just me trying to get max card economy at the risk of losing an attack. Which is kind of dumb, but at the same time.
Oh,
I don't have to waste a swing on it.
now
So,
I fully understand
so-
what you meant.
Yeah. There was still a better way to have done that if I'd have rethought the field a bit more, but
チェック
Well,
ザド
I
ライ
will
ブトリ
take
ガー。
this attack because honestly, the
Damage
alternative is you just damage deny me, and if I get a trigger, I
Damage
should
check.
down the next attack anyway.
クリティカルト
Like
リガ
so.
ー。クリティカルプラス。パワープラス。
which also makes me feel better about giving up the multi-attack for the guaranteed retire.
ターンエンド。僕のターンだね。ドロー。
I wish I had more soul.
Skill 発動。バインド。 コールだ。
This is really unfortunate, really awkward. But
コールだ。
it's what we're gonna go for.
ヴァンガードにアタックだ。
I've lost 30,000 shield in doing this, but it is what it is.
ノーガードだ。ダメージチェック。ゲット。クリティカルトリガー。クリティカルプラス。
Well, this doesn't bode well for my chances, does it?
ヴァンガ
It's
ード
just
にアタ
things
ックだ。
balancing out after the amount of damage triggers you've seen.
スキル発動。
That lane is lost.
スペリオルコール。パワ
In
ープラス。
exchange, we get Unprecedented out. He gets power. He gets his own power from his own ability. And Madoka is going to be soul blasted away from the cast to get the draw. At least you still have to guard. At least you still have to guard. That's 2 to
Guard.
pass.
ドライブチェック。クリティカルトリガー。
Well,
to say anything to sway your decision.
Now, realistically, probability says this is unlikely to actually break. So I'm gonna go safe, I'm gonna go for pressure, I'm going to force it to use more. Wow. We need to...
Against both of us today.
It seems we need to throw reason and logic to the curb. Do the impossible, see the invisible, row, fight for power. That seems like it's the way we're supposed to be playing today.
Ooh, now this is where this gets. God, how much card do I get rid of in this situation? Yeah, I really don't like that.
But if you still have one persona, right?
I do.
Then you have pressure.
Ooh, do not like that. Do I like this more? I like that more, but not right in the head.
Vanguard にアタックだ。スキル発動。パワープラス。
We're going to guard with one of the criticals that you've already seen.
Guard.
Maintain defense whilst denying information.
Vanguard にアタック。スキル発動。パワープラス。スキル発動。
That's going to be 41 when all is said and done.
スペリオルコール。パワープラス。パワープラス。ガード。チェックザドライブトリガー。ゲット。ドロートリガー。
Now do I deny all probability?
I don't know your odds.
Neither do I actually, but based on damage and everything else, and each of these only being 1 damage, they're not really a threat unless I pull a critical anyway. So based on that logic, this is actually the way to go regardless.
Check the drive trigger.
One fear, I was sweating. That made me sweat.
Skill 発動。リアガードにアタック。
Deal with this annoying thing.
スキル発動。
Hey, BB.
パワープラス。
Oh, yeah, that's a point. I never actually said I was going live to Twitter. Oh, well. I always forget. Now, do I want to keep Precedon on the field? Can I afford to keep Precedon on the field? Both of those are 35. That's too sheet. That's 2 cards to guard each.
ノーガード
I don't think that is affordable. That is another unprecedented move
ヴァ
from
ンガードにア
rotation.
タックノーガードダメージチェック
Oh no.
Yay, one last persona road.
僕のターンドロー
I could have done with that. Right, let's try this.
Eef.
バインド
I don't like the return that'll give you with the reset, but we're gonna get those insteps out of the way.
Oh, you actually did yourself a massive favour there.
スキル発動スペリオルコールコール
Alright, this is not the kind of turn I would like it to be, but this is as good as it's gonna be.
スキル発動
I can't ask for anything more, because this is all we've got.
ブリッツオーダ
Yeah,
ー
this is why it was a good idea that you got rid of the
パワープラス
rear guards.
ノーガード
Choose one of your rear guards to tire it and you get an additional 15. So that could have been a 30,000 guard.
ヴァンガードにアタ
Far
ック
better than the Overload one because it works on all blasters, whereas the Overload one only works on the original Overload itself.
Does that actually work for them? Oh, it does. It will work for Majesty Lord as well.
Yep, every blaster, grade 2, 3, whatever they release.
Right, Unprecedented.
スキル発動
Grab that card. Bulk up and... You have a lot of hand. I don't think we're pushing through here.
Oh, God, that's not... Oh, that might have been... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's actually quite comical. Forgot about that.
ガードドライブチェックドライブチェック
Completely dry.
ヴァンガードにアタックだ
Well, unfortunately, I'm a bit to ease your concerns a little.
ガードターンエンドスキル発動マイターンドロー
You have 11 triggers in public zones. You have 5 triggers left that I know of. One trigger at least one trigger I expect to be in hand, so that would mean 4 triggers in your deck. Given you discarded a persona in your last turn,
コール
that's 2 personas out of your deck. Okay, no persona ride this turn.
コール
We're just dealing with flat numbers. Oh, that was rude.
コール
Activate. I mean, I could have activated it actually. I don't need the extra grit because you're at 4, so direct should be enough. But we do what we do.
コールヴァンガードにアタックスキル発動 パワープラスノーガード
We have to guard that Vanguard anyway,
Damage
so
check.
we'll take this one.
ヴァンガード
Because
にアタッ
anything
ク
that comes after is gonna get buffed anyway.
パワープラス
But may as well just see if we got the trigger defense on that. We didn't.
スキル発動スペリオルコールパワープラスパワープラス
Well, I do feel a bit better with 2 to passing now, seeing me
チェ
over
ック
trigger
ザ
at
ドラ
least.
イブトリガーチェ
Oh,
ック
if you
ザ
make
ド
it
ラ
to
イブ
next
トリガ
turn,
ー
I am so dead. I'm not surviving a perfect.
Oh, I will not be making it to next turn with this hand.
Does that not slightly
Vanguard
depend on if I
attack.
manage to get a soul into my Vanguard?
Nope, it does not matter what you get.
Ooh, sounds rough.
Yeah.
Because I'm just noting that you have that 30k guard right now.
ヴァンガードに
Oh,
ア
I
タック
do. I do.
スキル発
It
動
has a drawback that I forgot about. Would have screwed me over last turn as well. And it will screw me over this turn too.
ガード
Well,
タ
it
ーンエン
was
ド
the order that was 30,000 and no trigger. Okay. That order is not going to be a concern because we do in fact have Persona Ride. We are going for the 2 soul.
ペルソナライト
We have our 2 soul, which means I can blow it out,
スキル発動
get rid of both those rear guards. That order is now reduced to 15 and you've lost an intercept.
I lost 2 intercepts.
コール
Call,
コール
call, and that's everything.
ヴァンガードにアタックスキル発動パワープラス
25.
ガードだヴァンガードにアタック
25 again.
ノーガードだダメージチェック楽しいファイトだったよ
Yeah, my remaining hand was the order, Personaroid, a 10k heal, and the Sanctitude.
So we lost against Roa from our own folly. We managed to work our way past Phantom
全力で
Blaster,
来い
which honestly I was more worried that I'd lose that matchup, but we pulled through.
It is annoying that that Sanctitude is also a Blitz order. I mean, it
Yes,
makes sense, but I don't see why they need an order limit in this game. I get they wanted to try and avoid making it too much like things like Yu-Gi-Oh! By increasing the spam of non-unit based cards. But considering Blitz orders are the best way to deal with a lot of annoying things
I think though
across the board,
if you lifted the restriction on orders being once per turn, that would have the unintended side effect of nerfing Zorba.
僕のターンだねドロー
Because and Bavsagra actually, because them
Yeah,
being able
but
to
their
choose
cards,
multiple orders.
their benefit is they let you play multiple.
Yeah.
And
So,
even if they lifted it on just Blitz order. So you could play more than one Blitz order a turn.
I can agree. I can make sense of that. I don't know if I actually agree, but I can make sense of it. I do know one thing though.
What's that?
Right up.
Yeah.
And we managed to get both our beaters. I'm going to put the grade 3 locked beater into the soul and bind instead our Oshikuni, because if we can get a Kumon, yeah, that's its name. If we get Kumon, Cannon Blast 1, call Oshikuni, get a beater. And I'm going to do what I can to increase my probability at the cost of losing my shield, mind you, but I don't mind taking that slightly early. Because at least in order to counter rush, well, to rush in general, you do actually need to see enough grade 1s to do so.
My turn. Doro.
This is when things get very fun, you see. Because not only did I not build this deck, because this is literally a character deck, I've also never played this ride line at all.
Oh.
So, based on how those other two games went, with me being woefully unprepared, I'm even more woefully unprepared this time.
So...
But we'll see.
Wait.
We'll see how this goes.
If this is a character deck, it doesn't have the promo.
Promo.
The promo
Right,
that...
I've got a promo.
The promo that allows it that can attack from the back row.
Oh, probably not know that.
Without that promo, I pretty much have a guaranteed win, just saying.
Oh.
Because you're forced into overcommitting in order to do pretty much anything.
Power plus.
You hit one damage trigger and everything is for nothing.
Yeah, well, let's see if we get
Including
it.
the decision on what to discard. Because I wanted to discard the card on the left and keep upgrade 2,
Vanguard ni attack.
but I chose Rush instead.
Now, the awkward part is...
No. Check the drive trigger.
if you get it, that's just going to be a guaranteed 3 damage. You didn't get a trigger, do I? Oh no, your rush actually pays off.
Vanguard ni attack da.
I felt like if you hadn't have said this is a guaranteed win in your favor, this would not have happened.
The deck
I
there...
felt this is direct karma for you saying that.
I have just lost both of the promos. This deck only runs 2 copies of that promo, and I've lost them. I have lost my extension.
After commenting about the promos being the thing that makes this decided,
Yep.
yeah, there's no way that is not karma. There is absolutely no way. Also, this is like the only time I've ever tried this rush and not been denied by a damage trigger. So I'm even more certain that you just simply jinxed yourself. Because I never succeed at this. I always get damage triggered against.
Yeah, well, we'll
Bye
cope.
for off, buddy.
We'll deal with it. Short tail forwards. That can be gone.
No guard.
Yeah, sure.
ヴァンガードにアタックだ。
Vanguard attack.
ノーガードだ。ドライブチェック。ヒールトリガー。
Okay, there is a chance that I can get a...
パワープラス。
There is now a chance I can put one of those promos back into rotation.
ダメージチェック。
Only because I'm running Sumugi, though. If I wasn't running Sumugi, then we might have a bit of a problem. That's when it is placed,
Vanguard
so
on the attack.
it's not really a thing anymore. It can take out the fork tail. It can be a
Vanguard.
booster that allows something else to reach an orc
Damage
member,
check.
but I'm not gonna worry about it.
ターンエンド。スタンドアンドドロー。
Watches it now decides the game. So you know that promo you were on about?
Is it actually in my deck?
Well, there's a promo in here that talks about attacking from the back row, so I'm gonna guess that's the one you were on about.
Grade 3.
ライト。
Yes.
Float Assault, I think its name is.
Oh, no.
スキル
Grade
発動。
3 back row center specifically. I don't remember the name, I
Yes.
just remember the skill.
It's a dragon. It's a something sheltering dragon. Or
スペリオルコール。
Well, you've confirmed you've got the card, I just can't remember the name.
Well, I've confirmed I've got a card of similar title or similar skill.
There is only one card that does that in the entire deck.
Oh, well, there you go then.
I just can't remember the name of it. And you've already confirmed you've got the card, I just flat out don't remember its name.
Do I do this now? Yeah, why not?
オーダー発動。
Oh.
スペリオルコール。パワープラス。
Okay.
リアガードにアタック。
Well, that's rude.
ノーガード。チェックザドライブトリガー。
That was intended to be.
That's just a taunt.
ヴァンガードにアタッ
And then we'll go face for this one.
ク。ノーガード。
The damage figures say about where this last attack goes. They have no opinion. So now I decide where this last attack goes. Honestly, I think I just want to apply pressure to your face at this point. Because there's countless times you've attacked without a booster in one of those rearguard columns.
ガード。
Yes, and there is a chance that my damage is already too high to survive your first grade freeze end.
ライトだ。
Well, at least I'm in a good spot here.
スキル発動。バインド。
Nah. Like, that grade 1 is 10,000?
And it has intercept.
That grade 1 is exceedingly rude.
And it's just from the right line too. Pretty nice.
スキル発動。
Well, that's fine.
スペリオルコール。リアガードにアタックだ。
We'll swing at this, first of all.
ノーガードだ。リアガードにアタック。
Then to your other rear guard.
ノーガードだ。
Go.
ドライブチェック。
Wait.
ドライブチェック。 ヒールトリガー
Shojo. Do you actually have to? I need to read my cards. My Vanguard is on attack of Vanguard specifically. I have actually screwed myself because I've got best cards than I was actually aiming to have.
But at least you heal, so you're not encountering anymore.
Potentially I still am. That's the awkward thing.
With this hand, I think you're fine.
This is also unironically one of those few matchups where Kuman is useful not for his ability to call something, but his ability to remove something from your bind to the bottom of the deck. Because the play is to target the grade 3, send that to the bottom of the deck. What is its actual name? Shelling Cannon Dragon.
How much do I want to commit here? Let's see.
Regardless of my opinion,
Let's actually, in which case, let's move that.
regardless of my opinion, I basically have to guard everything so that I can afford to take your Vanguard, because I cannot guard your Vanguard because of guard restrict. That is the promo I kept talking about. When it was mentioned as a character deck, I didn't think it was in the deck. Turns out, the character that plays this deck does actually have that card in the deck. It's not a terrible build, it's just, I forgot it was in there. Intercept.
Intercept. Skill 発動 ヴァンガードにアタックだ
Realistically, I should have just took the first attack, and then if it was a trigger, I'd have been able to spare myself 2 additional attacks.
Yep, but then you're relying on a damage trigger.
Yeah. But
Oh, but you would have got it.
yes, I've lost 1 card. Actually, no, it makes no difference, because the card that I used, I would have lost regardless.
Yeah, I would attacked into it as a rare.
Actually, you wouldn't even reach it with the attack, with the next attack.
Oh, right, you hit a front specifically.
That was
yeah.
a front specifically. I would not have bet on a front at any point, though, I must admit.
Oh, man, probability is just a lie right now.
So, your 5 or more threshold is the thing that's actually the big issue.
Yeah. But I could waste an attack on that to force that.
Bear in mind, at 5 or more, if I do want to guard it, I use all my hand.
But then I'd have to hit 2 crits to make it lethal, so at that point you probably just wouldn't guard it at all.
Oh, I have no intention of guarding it. That's the point. The guard restrict makes it so that it's not viable to guard.
I am better off doing it this way now.
Okay, you say so.
Well, I still have a chance to hit this way, and then my rear guard has a chance of actually being able to hit as well. And the only skill I've lost is a skill that wouldn't come into play because you weren't going to guard regardless.
But now I shall.
チェックザドライ
There
ブト
you
リガ
shall. Which means I've made you use a card in your hand
チェックザドラ
that
イ
I
ブトリ
wouldn't
ガ
have got previously. Sure, but not because no. And you know what? It
ヴァンガード
can't
に
hit,
アタック
but
だ
just to get the number of attacks in there.
ノーガード
Oh god.
ターンエンドスキル
Ah,
発
good
動
old Blackpool.
スタンドドロー
Not a bad looking hand.
I wish I could say the same.
スキル発動バインド
Target 2 empty circles.
スキル発動ステリオルコールコールだスキル発動
Ability.
Attack リアガードにアタックだ
Attack.
You can attack material.
ノーガード
Bit of a waste of an attack, but oh well.
ヴァンガードにアタック
It does mean that technically I do have 2 heal opportunities on the Vanguard, depending on what my drive checks are.
Yes, it's true.
スキル発動ステリオルコールパワープラス
Yeah, it's the big boy again.
The one who I intended to bring out last turn, and I just
ノーガードだドライブチェックオーバートリガー
Aye.
well. I'm going in.
パワープラス
You probably don't blame me.
クリティカルトリガー
Oh.
クリティカルプラスパワープラ
Turned
ス
a turn that should have been either livable into an actual threat.
ダメージチェックゲットヒールトリガーパワープラ
And
ス
that doesn't go off, which is,
ダメージチェック
hmm.
ゲッ
That does
Critical
off. That's
trigger.
kind of helpful.
Well, your
トクリティカ
one
ルプラ
thing's
ス
for sure. Unprecedented
Power
is
plus.
probably not hitting now.
ヴァン
The
ガードに
question
アタッ
is,
クだ
do you have perfect guard? And I'm pretty sure you do.
Yes, indeed you do. Unfortunately, what I get rid of for this is, I want to keep all these cards, but I
完
can't.
全ガードだドライブチェックドライブチェック
Okay,
Ironic,
another crit there, so I don't have to be.
ironically, I could have just attacked with the Unprecedented first,
ヴァンガードにアタックだ
cashed it,
ノ
so
ーガードだ
because I could have gone
Damage
for
check.
more attacks is what I'm trying to get to, and I would have also got more cards out of it.
ターンエン
But I am actually at risk of decking out if this game goes too much
My
longer
turn.
at this point.
ドドロー
Yeah, right, you could have repeated. Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yes, I
Okay, you're
could
gonna-
have
今こそ
skill.
真の力を表せペルソナライドオーダー発動
Yeah, what do I want to bring back?
Well, it can just bring back inlet pulse.
It can.
Although you don't, you need a way to get soul so it can actually restand.
So persona.
Oh, yeah, true.
Uh,
Inlet pulse is probably the play then.
it would be if I didn't already have one.
that doesn't matter. You just get double draw out of it.
True. I was just saying if there was anything I could do better for attack extension.
So long as you have the
And there
promo,
was that.
so long as you have the promo and one inlet pulse, you have 5 attacks.
I have 5, yes. But what about second breakfast?
If you're talking about 6 attacks, this deck struggles to get 6 attacks at the best of times. Like
I think you
even
should look for it when you can.
even if you have everything going your way, it does struggle to get to that 6 attacks. Oh. Okay, so I guess the inlet pulse that attacks twice is for 28. Because that's that's an awkward card by
Vanguard
itself.
I keep forgetting that that order revives with 5k more power.
I also forgot. So it literally was the optimal play.
Vanguardにアタック ガード
Oh, this is going to be so painfully tight.
Unless you have Sanctitude, in which
ヴァンガード
case
にアタック
kinda kills all meaning.
ガード ヴァンガードにアタック
But we shall see.
Oh no. I can't reach it. I actually can't reach it. 2 of these attacks.
ダメージチェック
It's a crit for game.
ヴ
It
ァン
is
ガードにアタ
actually
ック
crit for game.
Don't have Sanctitude.
スキル発動パワープラスノーガードチェックザドライブトリガーチェックザドライブトリガーゲッ
Oh,
トドロー
That
ト
is
リ
didn't
ガー
not
hit
a
it.
crit. That is a draw.
パワープラス
Actually seen any critical figures?
当たった
Is that
ダ
running?
メ
I
ージチェック
mean, it'd be stupid if it didn't work. But again, I didn't build this. Oh, no, well, critical figures. I was gonna say,
パワープラス
I didn't build it, so I'm unaware of it. But I can't think now I would be that dumb.
It's not about the AI, it's about the deck construction that was given by the programmers.
スキル発動
I guess.
僕のターンだね
Oh,
ドロー
look at that tasty new hand. And your old trigger's gone too. Makes
Yes.
me feel much better.
I don't think I can break through.
Luckily, I can't use my back row dude and my flag bag together now.
But I do have quite a turn.
スキル発動バインド
That has real soul shoes.
バインド
God damn, you really need inlet in this deck,
ス
huh?
キル発動
Yeah, Inlet does a lot of things for that deck.
スペリオルコールコール コールだ
Mm.
コールだ
Right, on this occasion,
Oh,
I just hope you don't have another copy of that card ready to go.
what did
ヴ
you
ァン
do?
ガードにアタックスキル発動
Um,
パワー プラス
Oh, please. Oh, jeez. Well, this is problematic.
You have a huge hand.
Yeah, but you forget that shield values in D are worthless unless they're triggers or PGs.
Yeah, well, I've seen one sentinel out of you. Only one sentinel.
Oh, he says.
I expect you've at least got one sentinel in hand, and your trigger supply should be pretty healthy as well.
I would think, wouldn't you?
God.
Well, yes, I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made that comment.
You would be wrong.
Either way, I wasn't confident enough to call it his final turn. And press it on. You don't. You also need to see more inlet pulses to cycle, because 2 of them are in your soul right now. So you need to keep inlet pulse in your hand, and you need a promo in your hand as well. That's 2 cards that you need, and then just 1 fodder.
I don't have the cannon blast to use the promo and thingy at the same time.
Oh yes, you're right. So for realistically, I'm looking at 4 attacks incoming next turn at most. But I would have
win this turn.
I would have to guard every single one of them.
Oh no, you win this turn. Is there a way?
God. Drive check. Drive check.
Oh, no, you didn't see it, but you did see Sanctitude. But that means so I now know that 3-card guard restrict is useless anyway, so I don't need to force myself to get it.
True, which also means you can spread out to 5 attacks. You're using your own Sanctitude. Was the Sanctitude actually included in the Trial Deck DLC then?
Yes.
That would explain why you've got it when you said you didn't have any DLC.
Vanguard.
Oh. Okay. I was attempting to play around exactly that, to be honest. But that's 3 Sentinels gone, 1 card left in hand.
My turn. Doro.
Of course, now you're there. Right. No, I don't want to write. Okay.
There's not much you can do with only 2 cards in hand, especially without the Solar Ride. Do I just win? Am I across the finish line?
Actually.
Well,
you know what? We're gonna do this.
You know the one thing I haven't seen from you yet?
What's that?
Your overtrigger is unaccounted for.
Correct.
That appearing right now will still win the game. Well, it will only win the game. Will it? No. I don't know. I see what you're going for, though. I'm gonna guard that.
God. Vanguardにアタック.
That's 27. Or 17, rather.
There's no point activating that because I get no abilities, it being on the second attack of the turn.
So 28, 2 to pass.
And
Realistically,
you didn't use it. Damn it. You
no,
were smart.
I wasn't taking that risk. Which
But
does
you
mean,
still chose to take the risk of 2 to pass, which is now, I know, my only situation as victor.
yes, it's the only thing you can do.
So it's the thing I will aim for,
Ouch!
and it is the thing I will achieve.
And that
Massively.
makes it free critical. That is game. I am not recovering from that.
Hey, it can heal too, that's nice. You over-triggered. I over-triggered.
Equivalent exchange, it was fair.
Yeah, you just didn't take advantage of yours as much as you should have.
Right.
I love that you get so many points just for playing online with friends too.
Yes.
That's great.
It's very helpful for that pack grind. Right. We are now going on a shared break. That is, both sides of us are taking a break. Intermission, 5 minutes. Take 5. Have your pit stops. Go and get some drinks. Snack away. We'll be back shortly. Okay, so I am back. I don't know if Agent is also back, but I'm back. Let's take a moment to talk about this deck list, shall we? I need to move. So, the deck list that we've been playing, what does it actually look like? Well, we have our ride line, one of each except for grade 3, which isn't max copies because Persona Ride. We want that power because our multi-attack very much scales based on how much power can that front row have. We have 4 copies of Unprecedented, who is the main resource card of the deck. You want to keep cycling him as best you can. If all your Unprecedenteds are knocked out of rotation, then you will start to fall behind. It is both your biggest beater and your main cycle, your main resourcing. I'm going to skip those a moment, because the important part here is... Let's get rid of that a second. Tsumugi. He is in here to recover anything that you have lost. So, because we have Tsumugi in the deck, 2 copies, but at least he's in the deck. You're able to discard Unprecedented for your write-ups, because he has no shield value, so if it's in your hand, and you have a way of getting him from the drop zone to the soul, you may as well ditch him. Our other grade 2s are both beaters. Oshikuni is for the early game, and Shakugan, welcome back, Agent. And Shakugan is for the transition into the later game. The promo. The deck only runs 2 copies, of which Agent may be back. In fact, say hi, Agent.
Hi.
So yeah, he can hear me now. I should probably mute. I won't. So the promo, Stealth Dragon Shojodoji. I still need this for my physical version of the deck because promo distribution and Europe. What was the price of this when last I had you look it up, Agent?
I believe last time you had me look, it was actually before it came out.
Oh.
And I was meant to look for it again after it came out.
Well,
which I will do now.
Maybe we don't need to look it up anymore because we finally got up to date. We finally got our promo packs that should include this. It's just a matter of if we can open 2 of them. But this allows the deck to extend to 5 cards, well, 5 attacks. If it goes to the soul from deck or rearguard, it binds, so it keeps your bind zone topped up with options, and when it does, it soul charges, so you don't lose out on soul. Just because this is a simulator, when you do go to play the ability, make sure you're playing the correct ability and not wasting a counterblast in the event that you actually used one of this as your core target from Shojodoji. Other grade 1s are Madoka as a 10k beta and a 15k shield. Oh, 10k booster rather than a beta. But as nice as the stats can be, it's probably one of the weaker cards in the deck. It just... and Dragon Empire generics, they're not the best, are they? Forktail.
Support in general is just not the best, unless it's Gandiva.
Well, that was a fully developed package out the gate, but that's not what I'm talking about right now. Forktail. Absolutely essential for this deck. This is your main compression, your main filter. And if you can loop the Forktails about, if you can afford to without eating into other things, go for it. Speaking of Kumon, it has 2 things it can do. In either case, it has to be triggered when placed on rearguard from hand. So, if you don't have it in your hand, it is a generally dead card. But if you do play it from hand, in the early game, that Counterblast 1 is another superior call, which translates to either a Forktail, hopefully, a beta in Shakugan or Oshikuni, realistically Oshikuni at that point in the game, or a very early and cheeky Unprecedented. The thing with Unprecedented that early is you may not necessarily have the soul for it. In certain matchups, like with the Flagberg matchup we just did, you would use its other module to get rid of a rearguard that you really need gone, because it is the only form of removal this deck has. But if the opponent's deck has a way of tutoring cards from the deck, it's a complete waste of space, so you just always use a Counterblast to boost your own extension. Or, well, your own field gain. And after that is triggers, which is pretty standard affair. We want as many attacks to be as dangerous as possible, so those crits are maxed heals are maxed and fronts are there for being the strongest shield value amongst all triggers. That's realistically the choice for fronts. And then the Gratias Grandale, which has been seen in games already. That's there because we really want a Persona ride in this deck. And of course our 3 Sentinels, which also includes... Wait. Hang on. 3 Sentinels. I must concede it is at this moment that I just realized something. Agent, you will not believe this.
You've been playing with only 3 PGs?
I've only been playing with 1 PG.
Oh. Yeah, I believe it.
I've only had the Sanctitude this entire time. What? How did I do that? Okay, so what do we do from this situation? One moment. Deck edit is required because that is very much wrong. And yet somehow it's been working out.
Yeah.
But I know the change that needs to happen. So Kumon comes down in count, and yeah, Shakugan is the other card that comes down in count.
It's funny because I've noticed it since Friday.
Wait, you noticed it on Friday?
Yeah.
How? You never saw... Oh.
Because you have not been PGing a single one of my attacks. I keep thinking, well, he's not PGing this. Huh. He never seems to have a PG in hand. This is weird. And then I saw you see Sanctitude once or twice in the past few games I had, and it put me to rest. I was like, okay, there we go. He's finally seeing some form of perfect defense. And considering most of our games have gone through the entire deck, and I haven't even seen you discard them, and I didn't take note of them going to damage zone, I was like, this is really strange.
That's very true. So that was a weird anomaly. I don't know how we've been managing to pull it off with only 1 Sentinel, but damn, we've been pulling it off with only 1 Sentinel.
What have you been against? You've been against Varroa? That hasn't really hit big numbers. Blackbug definitely doesn't hit big numbers.
I want to point out... Now, hold on.
Shadows kind of did.
I want to point out that that's our fights. Ranked, this deck has a 5-win streak against, I want to say it was Overlord. Oh wait, I can actually find out. I have a 5-win streak against In Order, Overdress, Maelstrom, Ava is that's our session from the other night. Ava again. Oh, it's a 4-win streak, apparently. Let me load up.
Again, most of those are multi-attack decks that don't reach that high of a ceiling. I think the most notable one, which I did actually call it out when we played.
Yeah, I'm on
when we used my multi-attack overdress
I am
deck.
actually on a 4-win streak with a 1 Sentinel deck. How did that even happen?
Because you're against multi-swingers rather than singular big beefy things. If you were against something like Balsagra, you would have noticed a lot sooner.
Maybe, but you know...
But against multi-attack decks, what you're conserving in cards by not PGing, and the way you've been playing, obviously rushing early, and also being very defensive and guarding early, it works. It helps reduce the need for PGs unless things come out with big numbers and high crit simultaneously.
You know what the ironic thing in all of this is?
Go ahead.
It makes me consider that the optimal way to play the
どの
deck,
ファイトにするんだ
like this particular deck, specifically Shojodoji.
どのデッキにするんだ
Because, okay, that few Sentinels was suicidal anyway. It was very kamikaze.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a 4 Sentinel deck. I actually don't think it wants to be
Potentially
4
not.
Sentinels.
どのデッ
Again,
キに
it's
するんだ
also going to
どの
come
ファイトに
heavily
するん
down
だ
to what your matchups are.
Well, yes, but I actually think...
Because you are going to feel no Sentinels if you come across things like Prison, Jet. Messiah's obviously still a ways away.
Well,
Gandiva's still a ways away. But you will definitely start feeling it against those.
I've reloaded the room, and I'm going to counter that with a... They're not going to be asking perfect guards off of you if they're already dead. Wait, that means that that most insane game that I've ever had on DearDays actually came down to... And okay, I double healed. I double healed out of fatality. But the triggers flying left, right, and center that game, and it being the most anime game that you could possibly have, I pulled that out of the bag with only 1 Sentinel. How even?
Because Sentinels, while staples, are not good in every situation. It's just that you would much rather have them and not need them than the other way around.
What deck was it? That was Ava. That was Ava. Ava hits numbers. You do want a perfect guarded.
But it also has multi-attack,
Yes, exactly.
where you don't want the decline of discard. But like you said as well, that double heal.
To be fair, that was a double heal that broke a 1 to pass. Or from a 1 to pass that was broken. A 1 to pass, it would have never been a case. Probably.
If you could have PG'd.
If I had the perfect guards on the deck.
Exactly. So you can see where it balances out.
Oh, the things you suddenly discover by accident.
スタンド&ドロー
Well, you have to know this is
Agent,
really good issue.
I'm just gonna have to say now, Agent. This is... How many times has this happened now where I've built a deck and completely forgotten the perfect guards?
Or just a core staple in general. Perfect guards. There was the other time where you forgot Best Harvest and Gandiva. Those are the most recent ones.
Well,
what
you
am I
see,
getting rid of here?
when I forgot to put the Best Harvest in Gandiva, the Gandiva didn't even have 50 cards in the deck because I'd already saved the Gandivas, or the Best Harvests, but they just some reason didn't make it into the box.
ターンエンド僕のターンドロー
You know what would be an interesting mechanic to bring back in Dig?
発動
I don't know if anyone would use it, because there's enough decades happening in games anyway. Quintet walls.
No, you would deck out in Standard. You
But
would...
you used to deck out back in base series by running quintet walls as well. They weren't a great option, but there were a couple of cases where it helped.
Yes, but now the deck out
Or
is
if you
even...
quintet walls and zero,
The
quintet walls
deck
and
out is
zero
even
over
harder
trigger
now
would be
just
fine.
because of all the additional filtering and compression that you have. At a fraction of cost as well.
I mean, you could also balance it. You could remove the can of blast cost and only make it top 3 cards of the deck instead of top 5 or something.
ヴァンガードにアタック
Right, we don't exactly have a good aggro opening from this hand, but...
First time you're going second.
Yes, this
I
is...
feel like I've been second every other time.
ドライブチェッ
That's
ク
because
So
you
you're still
have.
one turn ahead in aggro. Hey, look, that PG thing.
ダメ
The,
ージ
wa-
チェック
the one that I had every single time before.
Yeah.
ヴァンガードにアタック
I don't understand the reference, Rox. What do you mean by 427? Wait, what's 27 after?
マイターンドロー
That's 31. Yeah, I don't know how these maps adds up.
ライド
Because normally you do your triggers and your starter and then you count to 33. In the case of standard, because of the additional ride line slots, you count to 30, so you need to fit everything you want to do into a package of 30 cards. Which, to be fair, whilst you in theory have more room in non-standard constructions, it's a fallacy because you're having to use specific slots for cards that have both Vanguard and Rearguard abilities and consistency pieces because of the fact you don't have Ride Line.
Skill 発動だ スペリオルコール
You do realize one thing that that the accidental win streak actually goes to show, right? It shows that despite the higher impact that triggers have in modern day Vanguard, at least within the context of standard specifically, where the power can spike but also you can just have complete lulls in power, whereas in Premium and V, the power is constantly snowballing. It just shows that you don't actually need to always max out your perfect guards.
Yeah, I mean, that was true in the base game for a long time.
Yeah, that's
until
the
you
point.
started getting into limit break era, where all the numbers were stupidly high.
But that's exactly the point, though, isn't it? That means that, in some regards, Standard has more in common with base Vanguard than people would give general credit for.
Saying this for a while. If you remember, we wanted to do a test on this, fitting a base series deck.
クリティカルトリガー
Well, some base series decks against some D series decks.
Yes.
Just leveling out like trigger powers and whatnot.
And it's funny how one of the key fundamental differences of early Vanguard compared to modern Vanguard just so happened to be accidentally discovered to be potentially applicable.
Yeah.
Do I want to take this? Well, I'm already at 1 to pass for your Vanguard, so you know what? I'm gonna guard this. I'm gonna keep it 1 to pass for your Vanguard, and maybe that works out.
ヴァンガードにアタック
Maybe it works out. If it doesn't, I will be slightly
チェッ
annoyed,
クザ
but
ドライブトリガー
it is what it is.
ゲット
Oh, no,
Heal
that was
trigger.
it.
Ew. It happened.
Yeah, the thing you didn't look at is
パワープラス
my field in hand. I've basically emptied everything and you can only see one trigger there.
パワー
Probability.
プラス
It actually balanced this time.
I was aware.
ターン
I
エン
was aware of the odds, and I rolled that dice.
I rushed you this time. Fun.
So it would seem.
ライ
I'm gonna have to call that one back. But at least now I've got other sentinels in the deck. I know I can discard that.
Oh my god, you can protect yourself maybe now. Yeah, I really noticed it on Friday when every time I swung with Esperada, you never PG'd. And I was like, damn, he's really unlucky not seeing any PGs against this. And then against every other attack, I was like, yeah, maybe he's choosing not to because it's not necessary. Esper? Was Esper out of the grade 4?
Wait, what? Oh no, Kumon! I forgot a key detail of Kumon. You can't actually cheat the early Unprecedented because that actually is cheating. Judge gave bad advice in the deck presentation. Oops. Well, if you want to break rules, try calling it Unprecedented on grade 2. It doesn't work. I've also done that at locals. You know who actually finally realized I was doing that and that it doesn't work?
No.
Nikolai.
That makes more sense, actually.
Vanguard attack.
Wait, why can't you do it? I'm confused. What am I misreading?
Same grade or lower as your Vanguard. Vanguard's grade 2. Unprecedented is grade 3.
Wow, that's sad.
No guard. Drive check.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, and that's painful.
Critical plus.
I'll take it.
Power plus. Damage check. Get. Critical trigger.
I mean, I guess that
Critical
helps.
plus. Power
Doesn't
plus.
really fill me with joy, but sure.
Damage check. Rear guard attack.
Into Blaster Dark.
Ooh.
Seems you
No,
weren't
God.
expecting
I
that.
really wish. No, I was. That's why I was hesitant to call it in the first place, knowing I wouldn't be able to defend it.
Ride.
Let's see. Let's read this. Okay. So that's that. I don't think I want to do that right now.
That would explain why my success rate off Shojodoji and Forktail was
Vanguard
actually
attack.
seemingly far higher than my actual deck, though.
Yeah, you're running less stealth because the original,
No,
unless you want to
I
run
was-
the original
no, no, no.
PGs with the bonus
was-
skill.
I was running more stealths.
Yeah,
But-
that's what I meant. I got it backwards.
Though now you mention it, I might legit just run the start deck perfect guards in this.
You could.
Because worst case scenario, it is a card for the soul. Yeah, it means I'm not guarding with it. But that means I've got increased trigger chance, so it does kind of balance out. Kind of, maybe. I might be on hard coat here.
Guard.
That's not coat though. Realistically, the smart guard would have been to guard with the crit that you'd already seen, mind you.
スキル発動だ。
Because, you know,
Ooh, good draw.
ヴァンガー
guarding
ド
with
にア
the
タック。
information that is already known about is optimal.
It is.
Why are you still holding priority? What?
スキル発動。
Holding
It's
here?
giving me the option to activate the ability even though I can't activate the ability.
Oh, no, that's because it's 2 costs within the ability. The actual activation requirement is still triggered.
ガード。 チェックザドライブトリガーゲットヒールトリガー
Damn, Archie really likes this specific heal trigger. That is the third one.
パワープラスチェックザドライブト
That's
リガー
about the only trigger I've been seeing. Oh well.
So that was.
Now I'm gonna really hope there are other darks. I mean, there should be other
ヴァ
darks
ン
in
ガード
here,
にア
right?
タック
I'm gonna stay on 2 damage.
There.
ガードターンエンド僕のターンだねドローライトだ
And what I'm going to do right now might seem counterintuitive.
スキル発動バインド
But it is what I'm going to swear by.
Alright, it's the character deck for these on.
Wait,
This
this is also a character build?
Yeah, this is Archie's.
What happened to having no DLC? Oh,
I
wait.
don't have any DLC.
But Aichi's character deck requires buying Aichi?
Oh, no, I have Archie, Koi, and Ren.
Oh, you
I
have...
did that shit day one. But they aren't part of like the main DLC or DLC passes or anything like that. So I didn't really class them.
I see.
I wanted my boys.
You know what? Understandable. Very fair.
I mean, I'm literally playing with the Kai avatar right now. So obviously I have to have at least one of them.
True, and once you have one of them, you may as well just get all 3 of the legendary fighters.
Yeah, I mean, I was considering throwing them, but
And yes, this is what I meant by unorthodox or potentially unexpected.
These basic heals. You just assume they won't. Huh. Well, that's annoying.
ノーガードだ ヴァンガードにアタッ
Problem
ク
is, now that you're in there, you just make assumptions about the cards that are going to be in here.
スキル発動
Oh, you should know about making assumptions. You've tried to play my decks.
Yeah,
スペリオルコールパワープラス
And as we've
no, I
just...
would have assumed you played perfect guards, and I would have been wrong.
Well, that would have been a costly mistake, wouldn't it?
スキル発動
Because you'd have been playing with perfect guards in mind.
Yep. Though, based on my look at like drawing things and things going to damage zone and
ド
whatnot,
ライブチェック
I don't really account for perfect guards until they're
Well,
sitting in my hand.
Speaking
So
of...
if they, yeah, until they hit my hand, I wouldn't really have been playing with them in mind.
ノーガードだダメージチェック
Hey, well, that was a very PG heavy turn,
ターンエン
and not in terms of them being used.
ドスキル発動マイターンドロー
Yeah, Doc. Ooh. No, no ride.
コール
Then I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna use its name. Wait, no.
スキル発動 スペリオルコール コール スキル発動 コール ヴァンガードにアタック
Hmm.
done so many things with Archie being associated with MLB. He used it in literally one match. Had it for half a match of the second season. Lost it forever and never once went back to that idea or concept ever again.
Yeah.
Exculpate he used more.
Oh,
Well,
the
in match,
irony.
he never actually got it in the regular anime, but in the V-Series anime he did, because it followed the manga. He used that against Ren and Kai. And I think he used it again in the next season, maybe? I don't remember that far.
Vanguardにアタック
But he used it at least twice for 2 full fights that mattered.
スキル発動
MLB
だ
he used once. Yeah, extra drives, extra crits, extra power, all good.
That's...
But hey, you've got PGs now.
Indeed. You know what?
Do bear in mind I also have triple drive on this one.
I know. You can have one of them now.
スキル発動
I'll keep hold of the other if you don't mind.
チェックザドライブトリガー
I know
No,
what
that's
this...
fine.
I know
Hey,
what...
another dark.
I know exactly what
Check
this
the
will lead
drive
to,
trigger.
however.
ゲットドロートリガーパワープラス
Oh, what, you think I'm gonna damage deny you now?
That is what I expect, I must be honest.
I'm gonna use this. Why not? I'll blast the dark because I
スキル発
I
動
just gained another one to hand, so it's a bit fun. Oh, I gained that. Am I missing something?
You...
Oh, that does gain it during the opponent's turn, so maybe I shouldn't have done that yet. Eh, but no, I'm
ヴァンガード
not
にア
gonna
タッ
damage deny you. Your hand's low, and I have crit pressure on Vanguard. There's no reason to keep you at bay at the moment.
クダメージチェ
Fair
ッ
enough.
ククリティカルトリガークリティカルプラスパ
Not
ワ
with
ープ
your
ラ
hand
ス
being low, I could have just kept you at bay with the constant crit threat,
ターンエンド
but
僕は
that
ワ
wouldn't
ン
be very entertaining.
ドロー
Well, it's not about what's always entertaining, is it?
It is when you're streaming. If we were playing to win, we would not be using these particular decks.
That's what you think. I'd be playing this anyway. Bear in mind what I want to
Okay.
do with this in ranked.
Yeah, that's true. But even then, that's, again, you want to win, but you want to win in a specific way. So again, it's still not all about the win. How you win is more important than if you win is your choice between behind that deck.
Essentially, this is just us having a debate over what exactly defines playing meta and what counts as just playing anything but.
Yeah.
Well, there's no denying. There's absolutely no denying that I am foregoing the choice of using the most effective tactic available. Geez, I wonder what that shortens to.
スキル発動
In lieu of just wanting to do it my way.
Well,
スペリオルコール
a friend has commented on your
リア
lack
ガ
of
ードにアタックだ
PGs. And it's a very accurate comment, too. Oh, you want it? Oh. Oh, how do I feel about that?
It's okay. The Brexit lock chimed in as well with a because I asked how did I get a win streak when I forgot my Sentinels, and their response was because good players don't play DearDays.
So their usual uptight attitudes.
I mean, damn. I am.
Whereas he just goes with, it's not as shocking as he'd prefer it to be. And it's true.
I
It definitely isn't as surprising as it should be. And that is a problem.
Agent. I play DearDays based on that statement from Team Brexit. I am not a good player at all.
Vanguardにアタック
Well,
だ
again,
I mean, to be
based
fair,
on not running
based on the evidence available.
yeah, you're only supporting the
ステリオルコールパワープラス
linear mind frame.
Oh, okay, fine. I'm gonna lose one of these. I sure hope I
ノ
have
ーガードだ
a.
ドライブチェック
I think I have
ドライブチェック
one in rotation. Well, I don't have it in rotation, but I at
Damage
least
check.
want it in the deck. Sugumi. That's the name. There's one. Okay, one Sugumi in drop, so there's one somewhere. I just don't really know where.
リアガードにアタックだ
Do you still want to protect
Okay.
it?
ノーガードだ
No, that just fixed an issue for me, actually, thank you.
ターンエンド
Oh, really now? Oh, I think I see.
Yeah.
what
スキル
is
発
going
動
on.
マイターン
Please don't
Doro.
do what I think is about to happen.
I mean, I could do the iconic blade and dark side by side, but I have a far more optimal play. So we're gonna
コール
hold a sec. Resolve its ability.
That's a tutor.
スキル
Well, it's
発動だ
search.
Um,
ステリオルコールコール
Well, that scry wasn't half bad.
スキル発動だ
Bye, President.
Not what I am going to do, light and dark. I'm just not going to put the light into soul since there's one already sitting there.
ヴァンガードにアタックだ
Well, this puts me in trouble.
ノーガードダメージチェックヴァンガードにアタックだ
You even need the extra crit on Vanguard.
スキル発動
You obey. Make your choice.
Still want the power though. And the extra drive.
Wrong. Oh no, Blast the Dark is the extra drive. Shoot.
Blade is the retire. You have nothing to retire. Because Dark already did it.
2 to pass against your free
チェック
free
ザドラ
drives.
イブトリガーチェックザドライブトリガ
He wants to hold on to that last PG, folks. Well, I
ーチ
say
ェック
last.
ザドライブ
Last
ト
one
リ
that
ガ
I know about in
ー
hand.
ゲットクリティカルトリガークリティカルプラスパワープラス
Hey, here's another knight with 2 crits. Well, actually, it's another of the same dude with 2 crits.
Oh no.
スキル発
I'm
動
gonna have to do that after all.
完全ガード
Yeah, if only you didn't have those.
ターンエンド僕のターンドロー
I only have one shot, and unfortunately, because of your cross ride, this is really awkward.
Yeah, I really wish the others would have actually kept Crossroad too, but oh well.
マインド
Alright. But at least get rid of the intercept.
It's alright too, because Master's Lord had the weaker like Crossroad defense for the more resource intensive.
コールだスキル発動
But he's the one who keeps it.
Okay, I guess we'll force that to work.
スキル発動バインド
I don't really have much choice in the matter. Oh, there goes our persona rise. Now, because of the situation we find ourselves in,
Superior code.
I think that goes there. That definitely goes there. And this is here. Swap those around.
Vanguard にアタックだ
20, that's quite a lot. What you can
ノー
have?
ガードだダメージチェックゲットクリティカルトリガー
I
クリテ
just
ィカルプ
died.
ラスパワープラス
It is quite nice to sell on a 25k base. You can still hit
This can
that though,
still
so...
hit.
If I can block that with just a 5k, I'm absolutely going to block that with a 5k.
Vanguard にアタック
Oh,
スキル発動
I only had one counterblast anyway. I chose very poorly. I did not practice proper situational awareness.
スペリオルコールパワープラス
I was going for
You?
I was going for
I can't
5
think of a
attacks.
time that's ever happened.
I was going for 5 attacks when I didn't have it. And I missed. I didn't press the trigger of that ability. Oh, the things that you only make mistakes on in online simulators.
Mistakes in real life too.
Yes, but they're far more
スキル
easy
発動
to.
だ
It's far easier to make those same mistakes
完
when
全
you're
ガード
not
だ
physically
ドライブ
handling
チェック
cards.
フロントトリガー
I believe I hit the only non-triggers in my deck. Oh, why not they throw here this fucking time? Do the best.
Well, so
Yeah.
confirmed I lose. Well, I guess I could.
Just because
I guess I could
I'm
overtrigger
going
or something.
ガードだ
just gonna take advantage of all the extra defense buff.
ターンエンドスキル発動マイターンドロ
Oh,
ー
what a draw. Oh, what a double draw.
今こそ真の
You like that. I don't think I have any more of those in the deck, so there's no point activating that skill. Maybe have this back. Might as well activate that skill.
Vanguard にアタックだ。
I'll take it.
ダメージチェック。ヒールトリガー。
Well, that's annoying.
I guess we're not quite completely out of the... I guess we're not quite completely dead yet then, huh?
ヴァンガードにアタック
Like,
だ。
it's the situation remains bleak, but
スキル発動。
Just tell your things. Makes things a bit easier for me.
my guard is still a trigger to pass. Let's do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maximum 3 crits in deck plus over trigger. It's a crit specifically for game. Well, actually, no, it's not even a crit for game, is it? Because 1 to pass.
Well, 1 to pass. Yeah, I am naturally critted.
Is the grade?
It's a crit for game if you can
I can't.
commit more against Vanguard in the hopes of no guarding rear.
9, 10. I'd say you break. Most of your triggers are out.
So is most of my deck.
Most of your crits are out. But frankly, if the break is a critical trigger or an over trigger, which is 4 of the cards I've not seen, it's game anyway. Even if I heal out. So
I think your heals are gone.
ガード。
You've got 1 in damage, and I believe you have 3 in draw.
yes, but I still have
チェ
one
ッ
way
ク
of
ザ
healing.
ドライブトリガ
Oh yeah, over trigger.
ー。ヒールトリガー。
Hey look, I can heal now.
Well, it was the correct call to make, unfortunately, and it just didn't work.
Power plus.
Ah shit, this quick. Well,
ヴァンガードにアタックだ。
You should have won just now.
ノーガード。ダメージチェック。
Let's see.
we'll see how this
クリ
goes.
ティカルトリガー。
Well, that would have been a crit,
クリティカルプラス。
and the 6th damage,
パワープラス。
because 6th damage would
ターン
have
エン
been
ド。僕のターン。ドロー。
over trigger. I'd have survived.
We still have a game.
I would have actually survived, so we play on. We will play on.
You'd have gained an additional card to hand that you could have used, so actually,
ファイナルターン。
screwing up there. Far more beneficial.
オーダー発動。
I'm not looking at the regards piece.
スキル発動。バインド。
Get that out of the way.
バインド。 コール。
You realize I have to go for it, though, don't you?
Vanguardにアタック
Really dumb move to call final turn on this situation.
Oh no. No, I literally just have to go for it.
Guard だ
This is the last of what I've got. I have to go for it. I don't have
Vanguard
a
にアタッ
choice.
クガードヴァンガードにアタックスキル発動スペリオルコールパワープラススキル発動スペリオルコール
So what do the triggers say?
ノーガードだドライブチェック
Nope.
ドライブ
Come
チェ
on,
ック
give me a crit. I don't fancy my chances.
ダメージチェック
That was a damage trigger. You really wouldn't have fancied your chances.
ヴァンガードにアタックノーガードだダメージチェック
No way. Please don't give me false hope here.
ヴァンガードにアタック
If that's a perfect guard,
It is.
スキル発動
I'm gonna scream.
完全ガードだ
Could have also technically been that blaster order.
スキル発動スタンド&ドロー
True.
Oh, here's perfect guard order. Cool. Big column. I mean, I might as well check if it's in there.
スキル発動
I don't think I have any more in there, but at this point, I'm not near the resource for anything else. Oh. Oh.
No, but it gives you a full knowledge of what's in the left cards of your deck.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. That's
ヴァンガードにアタック
not something I want to attack. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to attack with my Vanguard right now.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's game over.
I mean, maybe it's Decade.
No, I have no heals left.
No. What, can you not block the rear guard?
Oh, I can block the rear guard, but why would you deck out the moment your Vanguard attacks? Even
Because I've seen what's in my deck, Corey. Shit, boy. Damn.
You're going to die, Agent.
Well, for doxing.
Guard. ヴァンガードにアタック
Don't know why you say deck out.
スキル発動
because You don't have the additional drive. It's only 2 drives.
Yeah.
So unless it's specifically
Vanguard.
draw triggers
チェックザド
galore,
ライブトリガーゲットクリティカルトリガー
It is 2 draw triggers. I know it's either 2 or 3 draw triggers, an over trigger, this crit, and
クリテ
then
ィカルプラス
whatever else.
パワープラ
well,
ス
the fact that the crit was one of them
Check the
means you're safe.
drive
You don't
trigger.
deck out.
ゲットドロートリガーパワープラス
And either way, I lose.
あたた ダメージチェック。クリティカルトリガー。クリティカルプラス。
2 cards left in deck, that's crazy. I almost forget draw triggers are a thing because I can't remember the last deck I've built with them in.
Well, hopefully when I leave I don't kill the connection of the room. I want to check the fight room.
どのファイトにするんだ?
Oh, it kills the connection over.
Okay, never mind. We'll just reboot in a second. Wrong date. There we are. Game 1 to you. Game 2 to me. 2-1 your favour. 3-1 your favour. So apparently we've played 4 games so far. And...
What, today?
Yes, today.
Okay.
We've done 4 games, and it is 3-1 in your favour.
This is also a continuation from Friday, so it's 4-2. Because that was 1-1.
Hmm.
どのデッキにするんだ? どのファイトにするんだ?
Right. Resetting the room.
What more character decks? Let's go.
2-4. You're the one with more wins. Well, that goes without saying. You've won most of today's fights. Isn't it ironic how you're using character decks and winning, whereas on ranked I was actually doing far better? Which probably does lead some credence to the fact that those that are still playing ranked are probably not the best. No offense to anyone. It's only really going to be the tryhards in the top 50 or so, which are probably even good players, isn't it? Or those fighting for that particular promotion.
What is your rank setting? Because
I'm currently platinum 2. No, platinum 4. Platinum 4.
Okay.
So I'm close to plat 5, and then you clear plat 5 and you go into the master rank.
Light.
Imagine the people who are probably all in the master rank already, because they would have grinded and whatnot.
True.
My thing is, I'm a real life player and don't really touch this. And also playing random decks, at least at one point, used to be my entire thing. Show up to a local. I don't want to use my own stuff anymore.
I'm actually going to drop him president. I'm kind of hoping that works out. It kind of doesn't. Because of a situation in question. Persona Ride goes to a soul. Bit unfortunate, but oh well. I'm not going to make the same mistake with Kumon twice in the same session.
Wait, you're learning from your mistakes? Did you swap out with somebody before an intermission?
No, because the mistake with Kumon happened after the intermission. Just pointing that out.
But this is still learning from the mistake.
Learning from a mistake would be not to overcommit to rush, which we just did.
ヴァンガードにアタック。ノーガードだ。
See, that worked out for you.
ダメージチェック。ゲット。クリティカルトリガー。
How it normally works out for me.
ク
Interesting.
リティカルプ
I'm
ラ
not
ス。
saying on this end.
パワープラス。ヴァンガードにアタック。ノーガードだ。ドライブチェック。クリティカルトリガー。
Oh, but it's still partially worked out for you.
クリティカルプラス。
I'm taking that break.
パワープラス。
Go to free damage even.
ダメージチェック。
Ooh, I lost one of my
Damage
all-important
check.
perfect cards.
ターンエンド。マイターン。ドロー。
Interesting.
ライド。スキル発動だ。スペリオルコール。スキル発動。コール。コール。コール。コール。
To pay you back.
リアガードにアタックだ。ノーガード。
Farewell, Folktale.
I think that's some guys
ヴァンガードにアタック。
We'll do this
Your Vanguard has twin drive, doesn't it?
stuff. It does.
Oh, godless.
ガード。スキル発動だ。ヴァンガードにアタックだ。ノーガード。チェックザドライブトリガー。チェックザドライブトリガー。ゲット。クリティカルトリガー。クリティカルプラス。パワープラス。ダメージチェック。
You like playing rough.
You
ダメー
started
ジ
it.
チェック。
I guess we're not gonna have any Persona Rise this game, huh?
スキル発動だ。ターンエンド。
That's
スタンドアンドドロー
awkward.。
Oh, damn right, you lost your regardless piece and another copy of the grade book. Jeez.
Yes, look
Getting
in the
rid of
soul.
someone. Oh. Oh my.
That's 2 Great Frees gone. That's 3 Persona Rides gone out of 5. No, 4. I only have 1 Persona Ride opportunity in the entire game. I'm gonna have to be careful with it. I hope I see it.
Yeah, but my damage is already at 3, so
Yes, but even so.
even if you hit it at your next earliest convenience, it'll
I'm-
probably be at a time where you can play,
スキル発動。
play up a game.
I'm going to be slightly greedy on this one. Okay, Shojodoji can go to the soul.
スペリオルコール。
All that.
スキル発動。
Shojodoji will lead into the next turn or Persona Ride. And oh. Yeah, this everything that could be going wrong with those soul charges and damages, it is.
Yeah. In all fairness, you are against the protagonist of the game.
コール
Because this is her character deck.
スキル発動
Oh, we're against Ground Grace here, are
パワープラス
Yes.
we? I see.
I don't like that. You did too much damage early on. So you need... Oh. Crap, I didn't. I forgot about that.
Ooh, someone made a misstep.
ガードだ
Indeed it is.
Might prove profitable for me.
ヴァンガードにアタックだ
There's the other trigger anymore.
ドライブチェッククリティカルトリガー
But it's still not great though.
クリティカルプラスパワープラス
Punch you in the face?
ヴァンガードにアタック
No
guard.
to do anything about that.
ダメージチェックダメージチェックゲットドロートリガー
Would have preferred to hit. I'll take it. Doesn't help
パ
a
ワ
little
ープラス
bit.
ターンエンドマイターンドロー
There's a chance. Despite the bad rolls with my damage and my soul,
ライト
there's a chance.
スキル発動スペリオルコールスキル発動スペリオルコールパワープラス コール
What are you gonna do?
ヴァンガードにアタック
You're going with a Vanguard first. Interesting. Do the pass.
ガードチェックザドライブトリガーチェックザドライブトリガー
This is huge, very unfortunate. What can I even do in this situation? We will do
リアガードにアタック
something.
Kind of anticipated you'd start going for rear guards, but
ノーガード
it is what it is. I'm gonna have to go with what I've got available.
Mm,
リアガードにアタック
no happy. This is going to be an account to survive either.
ノーガード ヴァンガードにアタック
No guard.
ノーガードダメージチェックスキル発動だスキル発動ターンエンド僕のターンだねドロー
Oh no, so
ライトだ
That's alright, I'm gonna have to do, whether I like it or not. let's check something here. That's our bind.
Skill 発動 Bind
Let's get you out of the way.
Oh, that's incredibly problematic.
You don't know the half of it.
Superior call
Looking at cards in your hand. I'm making a wager.
Call Vanguard にアタックだ
Oh. Literally.
ガードヴァンガードにアタックスキル発動スペリオルコールパワープラス
There's one. Here's two.
Superior call.
Yeah, never mind. There is an option.
Draw.
And considering that was the last card I drew, the odds of that being again the top card on the deck are basically non-existent.
No guard. Drive check. Heel trigger.
That's nice.
Being the top card on your deck, though, found incredibly existent.
Drive check.
Oh.
Power
Jeez.
plus.
Yeah, now I'm pretty sure I'm dead unless it's anything but the OT on top.
Hey, I
Critical
am going to be very happy that I had that. So
Critical plus. Power plus.
Yeah, I had 2 grade 3s, a PG, and a grade 1.
that wasn't such a good fight because of how sacky it was, but hey. Now,
You had bad luck in terms of like everything else, but then good luck in triggers. So it balances 50-50.
yeah, but that's 5 fights between us two.
Yep.
I'm looking at local time. I'm gonna say, this is where we shall part ways, and I shall bid you adieu.
Okay, no problem.
So,
I'm basically out of other decks anyway. All I've got left are the ones that were built specifically for the nation-only events.
you still won the set overall because it is a 3-2 in your favor. So I'm gonna say farewell to you. I'm not done. I'm going to still be going for a bit longer, but I will be going over into ranked now. Good night, Agent. Now I'm gonna go on a slight intermission, and we shall be back. Right, I've moved. Oh.
Do no fight にするんだ
Okay, and we are back. Camera might not be too happy about this, but I'm swapping to a standing position.
どのモードで遊ぶんだ？どのファイトにするんだ？
This time, we're going into ranked. So, we do have a 4 win streak with ranked. The deck has undergone some changes after my little realization with the perfect guards. But for the most part,
どのデッキにするんだ？
remains unchanged.
どのファイトにするんだ？
We have a 4 win streak. We're on Platinum Class 4.
楽しくいこう。
We intend to try finishing off by going for Master Rank, which means we gotta go through Platinum 5 as well. So let's give it a shot. Right, so and return a perfect guard, return a heal trigger, keep it critical trigger. That gives us guard. We're against Chrono Jet, we're going second. I have my moves decently mapped already. Opponent does the filter, gets Chrono Jet. Turn ends. Drop him President. Hopefully you get that back to a bit. We shall see. We hit one target, Oshikune. Sure. Forktail. It's Oshikune again. Unfortunately, that's not quite what we wanted. That was a misclick. We'll keep the Oshikunas in the deck this time.
Vanguard にアタック。
8. We'll see what happens.
ノーガード。
Okay.
ダメージチェック。ヒールトリガ
I
ー。
get a trigger. That's fine. This will
Power
be one to
plus.
pass.
ヴァンガードにアタック。
We haven't wasted an attack and we haven't got anything vulnerable more so than necessary for our basic strategy and basic tempo.
ガード。
ドライブチェック。オーバートリガー。
We're going
パ
for
ワー
it.
プラス。
Far earlier than I'd like
ダ
it
メ
to
ー
be,
ジチェッ
but
ク。
you can say I'm taking it. Over trigger. Push through to 3 damage.
ヴァンガードにアタック。
Maybe even 4.
ノーガード。
ドライブチェック。
Okay, we've got 2 personas in
Damage check.
hand. We can discard a persona, keep a persona for turn 4, turn 4,
Turn.
and bring it to the alley.
私のターン。ドロー。
Trying
ライド。
attempt to close out the game before the strides can really catch it, the deck back up.
コール。スキル発動。ヴァンガードにアタック。スキル発動。
No guard and
No
guard
guard.
for Vanguard.
ダメージチェック。クリティカルトリガー。
We still got a Vanguard.
クリティカルプラスパワープラス
We don't need any more damage than what we've already got, and the later
Vanguard
damage will be
attack.
harder to deal with. So, no pass. Over trigger only.
ガード
ドライブチェック
Proved unnecessary, but it was the safer bet.
ターンエンド
僕のターンドロー
Right, drop one persona.
スキル発動
Grade 2 Doji skill. Oshikuni to soul. Would have liked more than that, but that's all we've got. Call.
バンガードにアタックだ
World Shaper Shojodoji attacks. Vanguard into Vanguard. One drive check.
ノーガー
Not
ド
lethal.
ドライブチェック
A crit would be nice, however. Not a crit.
ダメージチェック
バンガードにアタック
Push through to 5. If they don't guard,
ノーガード
we can really smack them
Damage
hard
check.
with the next turn.
ターンエン
私のターンドロー
We have an Incept and a 15k guard to use. We do not
私
want
の
to use
力
these
見
as
せてあげる
a if we
Light
can
up.
avoid it. And the deck shouldn't explode too much on
Skill
us on
発
turn
動
3. So, basically I'm saying we should be fine for this turn. What's more, I think we can kill. There's a heal trigger right there. Yeah, one heal scene.
僕の勝ちだね
Opponent scooped. Wait.
やった
Oh
ね
my. Oh. Oh. That was the last platinum rank. Okay, I achieved what I actually wanted to achieve. We're done here. I've made it to master rank with Shojodoji. I think that's as good a time to end it as any. My mission is accomplished. Thanks for stopping by. Yes! I'll see you in the Discord.